Hey everyone, as you know, I'm here in Magic Kingdom in Orlando, Florida, and it's this week with BigC.
Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of This Week with BigC. It's been a long time coming. We've been actually working on this concept for a little while now on the channel. So it's exciting to finally bring it to life, and hopefully you'll be with us for the long haul. So since this is the first episode, I wanted to kind of go over some logistics as to what's different, what's changing, what's going to be changing, and how you can get involved with the series. So of course, this is the replacement for the Quarantine Chronicles and the Post-Quarantine Chronicles. And the reason why I replaced them, of course, is I wanted to give a more positive spin on things, because those two series are much more focused on kind of the more depressing side of what was going on with COVID. Obviously, I had some good things and some interesting things happen during that whole thing. But this show is going to be here for the long haul. This is a show that's going to hopefully continue for the foreseeable future. But it shares a lot of the same kind of DNA that the Quarantine Chronicles had. So if you enjoyed the Quarantine Chronicles and the kind of vlog style, you'll probably enjoy this show too. So, obviously, as you saw, I had a guest intro. And that's one of the things that you can do as a viewer if you would like to contribute to future episodes of This Week with BigC. I am issuing a challenge for any viewer who would like to come up with a creative introduction to the show to submit a 30-second or so video clip. You can email it to me at BigCTVshow@gmail.com. And all you gotta do is follow the template that Matt used. Say your name, where you're from, what you're doing, or where you are, and you're watching This Week with BigC. So I've got that one for this week. After that, who knows? I'll try to come up with some new ones. I'll try to get some other guests to do intros, but obviously I'm really looking for the viewers to submit intros themselves. So if you've got an intro you'd like to submit, please do so. I'd love to see it, and I'm sure the viewers would love to see who's watching the show too. So now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of the show, which is the recap. So the recap is going to be very similar to what you're used to with the Quarantine Chronicles, where essentially I go over any important information or any interesting things that went on during the week. Now, one big difference is I'm not counting days anymore, because this is going to be an ongoing series, so I'm not counting exactly how many days we're doing things. I'm also not necessarily going to film a clip every day. As you'll see, not every day is exciting. Now, I had a few interesting days, and sometimes I forgot to film a clip and I filmed it retroactively, but, you know, there won't be a clip every day. That's what I'm trying to say. So, here is the first issue of the recap. Hello everybody, it is Sunday. It is the day before Labor Day of 2020, September 6th. Hello to everybody watching the first ever episode of This Week with BigC. I didn't want to skip a day when I had an interesting story to share, so this is fun. So earlier today, I went to go get some food and was waiting for my bus to come up. And this guy came off the bus, and he was wearing a mask. He had his wallet out for some reason, and he came like kind of shuffling over to me and muttered something. I didn't understand what he said, but he said something. And now my assumption was that he was asking for money, because like it seems kind of odd for someone to be running over to another person with their wallet out and say something. So I just told him, hey, I don't have any money. I'm sorry. Then he takes his mask off, starts swearing up a storm, yelling at me, saying, oh, you think I'm homeless? I'm not homeless. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know what you said. It was hard to understand you. He keeps swearing at me, calls me white trash, and then storms off. So, yeah, I mean, it was a weird time. I don't think I was in the wrong in that situation just because, again, like, I didn't understand what he said, and I apologized. I didn't want to, like, just assume he was homeless. I didn't have any money, and I didn't understand what he said, so that was my assumption. But, you know, it is what it is. So, other than that, work was very hot, very tiring, very busy. That's about it. So, I'm going to get ready for bed and hope that actual Labor Day tomorrow will be a better day. Hello, everybody. So it is Monday. Happy Labor Day for those of you who are lucky enough not to have to work. I'm waiting for my ride. Still waiting for my ride. Hopefully he'll be here soon. But I have a fun follow-up story for you. And this actually ties into yesterday's story, which is pretty interesting. So I got off the bus this morning on my way to work, and the same guy who called me white trash was at the Transportation and Ticket Center. And that, of course, caught me off guard. I'm like, whoa, I don't want to deal with this guy again. He didn't recognize me because I was wearing a costume, which is nice. But I did notice that he was walking around, and there were 3 Disney security guards all standing with him at once. And I thought that was kind of interesting. I wonder why there were 3 security guards there. Then I noticed that he was waiting for the bus to leave Disney and go back to 192. And the 3 security guards were there to make sure that he left on that bus. So it sounds like he was either trespassed or kicked off property. I'm not 100% sure, obviously, but it sounds like he was not welcome at Disney. Then, as the bus pulls up, or as it's about to pull up, he decides to do the chicken dance in front of these security guards. It was the weirdest thing. Like, I don't understand what this guy was going for, what he was doing, but clearly he's a little nuts. Why would you do that? But yeah, so I saw the same guy, and he was doing wacky things at Transportation Ticket Center this morning, so that's fun. Anyway, I am waiting for my ride, and then I'm going to go home, probably film another video that'll probably go live this week, the week of this video, so should be fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it today. Hello, everybody. So this is going to be kind of weird because I forgot to film anything the last couple days, but I wanted to mention some of the things that happened. So I'm filming this on Friday, but this is going to be a recap for Wednesday because boy, do I have a story. Continuing the theme of really strange interactions on the bus, I had probably the strangest one yet, besides the guy who called me white trash. Like, that was just mean, but this one was really bizarre. So I get on the bus when I'm going to work, and in the back, very back row, there's some person with just a blanket covering them. And that's pretty common on the Lynx bus, honestly, because, like, we're going to work at like 6 in the morning, so people are still sleeping. It makes sense. Later on, the guy takes off the blanket, starts rambling to himself about all kinds of strange things and laughing maniacally. And when I say laughing maniacally, I mean it sounds like a legitimate, like, super villain or crazy laugh. It was real disturbing. It definitely disturbed pretty much everybody on the bus because I was looking around to see people's reactions, and yeah, it wasn't good. People were not particularly thrilled. At one point, this guy stands up on top of the seat, and the bus driver had to, like, pull over and tell him to sit down. Otherwise, couldn't keep going. So, yeah, It was very strange. I almost felt like either I was witnessing the real life origin story of the Joker or the guy was just severely, on drugs. I think it's probably the latter, but maybe it was the guy who's going to become the real life Joker. I don't know. Anyway, when I got off the bus getting to work at TTC, he proceeded to get off the Blinks bus and get onto the cast member bus that I was on. And normally you have to either be in a costume or you have to have your ID out because they have to verify that you're a cast member, because these buses are only dropping off cast members at their work locations. That's their only purpose. They're not for guests. This guy just decided to get on the bus, walk straight past the bus driver, not talk. He kept muttering something to himself. Yeah, I think at one point he's like, "Oh, I'm a cast member." I'm like, "You're not. You're really not." So he just wandered into the back seat and took a seat. And he wouldn't show any kind of ID. He wasn't in a costume, so obviously he didn't belong there. And the bus driver tried to talk him to get off, but he just kept muttering to himself and didn't listen. So eventually, everybody got off the bus, and we essentially had to wait him out. Once everybody got off, he, I guess, finally realized that he didn't belong there, so he got off the bus and we all got back on. So, very strange interaction. I don't know what his deal was, but it was pretty disturbing. So yeah, that's kind of the trilogy of strange things that have happened over the course of this week while riding the bus. I don't know why they all happened in the same week, but here we are. So yeah, that was Wednesday. All right, so now we're going to Thursday, and Thursday wasn't particularly eventful. The biggest thing that happened was, I got to work and I was kind of burnt out from the past couple days because it's pretty draining. The main thing is being out in the heat, doing a lot of walking, having to wear the face mask and sometimes the face shield. It's pretty exhausting, and my feet have not been doing incredibly well. I'm getting used to it at this point, and they seem to be recovering a little bit quicker than they did before. Because, the weeks before this, I had several times where I could not walk after work. So I decided, to keep trying to condition my feet so that maybe, I'll go to bed, I'll get a good amount of sleep, wake up the next day, and my feet will be a little sore, but not bad enough where I don't have to go to work. And that's been working. But they were still pretty sore from Wednesday. So I put in an ER and actually got to leave at noon, which was pretty nice. So I left at noon. I then went home. While I was going home, I went home using the Contemporary. Because to get home, I have to get to the Lynx buses, which are at the Transportation Ticket Center. And of course, there's no direct way to get there from any of the parks, except if you go to Magic Kingdom, which I didn't want to go to Magic Kingdom just to get on the monorail and go back. That's a lot of extra work. So I took the bus to the Contemporary. And from there, it's interesting because they have security screening and your temperature screening set up actually at the resorts. All the Magic Kingdom area resorts have this set up. So temperature screening takes 2 seconds. Security has sped up significantly because they have a new scanning system where you just have to take out like a couple minor things. You put them in a bin, send them to the side, you walk through the scanner, and then grab them, you're good. But when I was doing it, I accidentally kicked one of the stanchions they had set up and cut my knuckle. So like if you see, there's like a little cut on my knuckles. I was bleeding on the way home, which was unfortunate. It hurt, like my toes were a little sore. They were already sore, but they were more sore after I accidentally kicked the stanchion, and then I cut my knuckles. So that was kind of unfun. But I made it home, just rested, relaxed, and got ready for my weekend starting today. So that was Thursday's recap. And that brings us to the weekend. Friday and Saturday, I really didn't do a whole lot. Mostly I was doing a lot of video editing. and getting stuff ready for my upcoming week. And that's really about it. So there you go. That is the recap. So next would normally be a segment that I really am hoping I can get more people involved in, and that is a segment called What Are You Doing? And the idea behind this is similar to the intros. I want to get the community involved and find out exactly what you've been doing this week. Do you have an interesting story? Did you go somewhere? Did you do something cool? What were your accomplishments? If you want to be included for this segment, all you got to do is either submit a 30-second video clip, be sure to mention who you are, where you're from, and what you did, or if you don't want to be on camera, you can submit a tweet. Use the hashtag #WhatAmIDoing and tweet at BigCTV show, and your tweet will be included. So yeah, it's kind of a new way for me to try to get my viewers involved in this series, because really I'm trying to increase that viewer interaction. I want to get you all involved because I know I have a pretty dedicated fan base. It's a small fan base, but it's a dedicated fan base, and I want to get you all involved. And I figure if I continue to do that, maybe we can, as a group, get more people involved and help grow the channel even more, because we're still trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber goal before the end of the year. Who knows if that's going to happen? I really hope we can, but it's all dependent on if we can get people to watch the shows. So that's that. All right, so next we are going to do a little preview for one of the upcoming videos that's coming out on BigCTV this week. So here's a sneak peek at one of our upcoming videos. Hello everybody and welcome to another BigCTV taste test. My name is Chris and I'm joined once again by Corey, who's back. First time in a while you've been on the channel.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
So of course, we're back because once again, Lay's has designed a whole bunch of special edition flavors that of course we have to continue the tradition. We've tried so many other flavors of Lay's over the years. So we've got 4 different ones and we've got them all this time. All 4. We're not missing one.
Okay.
So we've got all of them. It smells like a potato chip.
Yeah, pure.
It just smells like a potato chip. I don't smell anything relating to Philly cheesesteak, which is a little concerning, but maybe not. I don't know. Philly cheesesteak, bottoms up. If you want to see that full video, it's going to air on Friday, so don't miss it. So, along with that, we're going to go over the schedule. Now, I've never actually gone over the weekly schedule on camera before. I've gone over it on Twitter a couple times, but this is the first time I'm actually going to talk about it in a video. So if you enjoy watching the content on the channel, this is kind of what you can expect, at least for now. Now, the schedule is subject to change, and if I have to make any last-second change or whatnot, check Twitter. That's usually the best place to see any changes or delays for videos coming out over the week. So here's the current schedule. I'm not going to say what specific videos are coming out, but this is in general what's going to happen for the foreseeable future. Of course, Sundays are going to be for this week with Big C. This is the Sunday Anchor Show. It's going to air every Sunday at noon Eastern Time, unless there's some kind of delay or something. I don't know. But the goal is every Sunday. Mondays are going to be for taste tests, so it's going to be either a taste test adventure. Every now and again I'll throw fast food throwdown in there, or winging it, but it's going to be a food-related video, more than likely a regular taste test on Mondays. Tuesdays are kind of my open day, so that's kind of a day where I can plug in a show that we don't normally do. It can be anything from gaming talk, BigCTV presents, unboxing, a game that we don't always play, a one-off, a challenge video, who knows? It could be a number of different things. So Tuesday is kind of a wild card day, so you'll have to tune in and see what the Tuesday video will be. Wednesdays is going to be for Until Dawn. So that's our horror series that we're going to be doing for Halloween Spooktacular. I know I polled people on Twitter to see what game people wanted me to play as part of Halloween Spooktacular, and it was the one that I wanted to play anyway, which was Until Dawn. I'm actually already farther in it than I was the first time I played it back in 2015, Really enjoying it. It's a fun game. So if you want to continue to watch my gameplay of Until Dawn, that is going to air on Wednesdays. Thursday is going to be Pokemon. We've been doing our random surprise trade Pokemon series on Thursdays. That's going to continue for the very foreseeable future. I don't think that series is going to end anytime soon because there's a lot of stuff. I haven't filmed a new episode of that in a long time because I'm still working on banked episodes. That's how many I've got in the bank. So that series is going to be going for a while. So if you enjoy Pokemon, Thursdays are your day. Fridays is another taste test. So 2 taste tests a week or food related videos a week. I figure that's a good kind of mix. One at the beginning of the week, one at the end. That way if you enjoy the food videos or if that's kind of your draw to the channel, you've got 2 a week. One on Monday, one on Friday. And then Saturdays is now Avenger Day. We're going to be doing our ongoing Avengers playthrough on Saturdays, at least until I either complete the game or decide I want to do something else. So that's the lineup for the foreseeable future. Hope you all like it. I think it's going to be fun. And every now and again, of course, I'll throw in some surprise videos like I did over the weekend. I dropped my Chris Reviews video for the Travis Scott McDonald's meal yesterday, actually, as a bonus video. So every now and again, you might see some timely bonus videos to go on top of the regular schedule. So just keep an eye out. I'll usually tweet about them on Twitter. So again, if you want to find out information about upcoming extra videos or other snippets behind the scenes, be sure to follow me on Twitter at BigCTV Show. Pretty good stuff. Anyway, that is going to do it for the first ever episode of This Week with Big C. Thank you for watching it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any feedback you would like to share, please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Because the show is going to be ever evolving. Might tweak some things, might change some things up. Of course, if you want to get involved with the show, be sure to send me your intros, 30-second videos. Send me your what are you doing clips. Tweet at BigCTV Show. Let me know what you've been doing throughout the week. Remember to use that hashtag, what am I doing? And I'll try to include as many things as I can in upcoming videos because I want to get you all involved. I think that'd be a lot of fun because I want to know what everybody's doing, and of course I'm sure the community would like to know what each other is doing as well. So I think it'd be kind of fun. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. New videos on this channel, of course, go live every day at noon Eastern Time. So hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. And I will see you next week on This Week with Big C. Bye-bye.